This season of the Urban Conservative podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. I am Abdul Ali. Thank you so much for being with us here on the Urban Conservative. If you haven't done so already, hit that website, tuconservative.com. At that website, you can find out how to support the podcast, how to support the platform. You can get yourself a hat, t-shirt, mug, some swag to support what we do and our mission here at the Urban Conservative, which is to share conservative values, principles, and the benefits of conservative policy making into urban areas across this great nation of ours. And I am super excited. This coming Friday, we will be in Anson County out in Wadesboro, North Carolina for the Douglas Lincoln debate, one act play and dinner. We're working with the Anson County GOP. Shouts out to my girl Sandra and everybody out in Anson County. Looking forward to being there to support that. And then I also got to give a really big shout out to Representative Ken Fontenot. He's got a fatherhood summit coming up that I'm going to be a panelist at, and super just beyond excited to be a part of that whole situation. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As always, get in the comments. Let us know where you are watching from. If you haven't done so already, again, jump on over to tuconservative.com. Get yourself a membership to support the Urban Conservative platform. First, I don't know if my brother wanted me to start with this, but there's a list that just came out of the most dangerous cities in the United States. Okay, and I'm going to pull this list of cities up. All right, and this is going to be ranked, ladies and gentlemen. These cities are ranked. This is according to Real Estate, U.S. News. Most dangerous cities in the U.S. Crime rate can be a deciding factor where families settle down. Blah 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 blah. And this list of places is interesting because you would think a lot of these places, when you hear the names of some of these places, like St. Louis, Missouri, is one of the 15 most dangerous places. Mobile, Alabama is one of the, and I've heard a lot about Memphis and different places like that. But according to this list, this new list that just came out, a North Carolina city has made the list, has made number 13. And guess which city it is? You're not going to believe which city it is. But here's the problem. When we talk about why cities are dangerous, why places are becoming unfit, we're losing our quality of life in a lot of these urban areas and these urban centers, it's because of elections have consequences. When you put judges in place that do not uphold the rule of law, when you have George Soros-backed DAs that are soft on crime and tough on Republicans for some reason, I don't know, 37 felonies, which we still don't know anything about. That's what you get when crime is allowed to go unchecked. When people, the victims of crime, are made to feel like, and I was just at a meeting where this was the case, when you are a victim of a crime, more often than not, there's nobody advocating for you down at the city hall, down at the county commission office. You know, I've heard from DAs. We've got a great DA in Cabarrus County. She works well with the surrounding DAs, but she's right. It has to be about victims' rights. Now, on the opposite side of that, we talk about criminal justice reform. It is a conservative position, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. Y'all saw the disclaimer. Okay, you saw the little disclaimer. If somebody does something wrong and they pay their debt to society, they've paid all the money they owe. They've made the restitution. And I'd even go as far as to saying that they personally have sought, if they were able, the forgiveness of the person that they harmed, then I think that's it. You should be fully restored. You should have your voting rights restored. You should do all of that. But the fact of the matter is, more often than not, we're talking about recidivists. We're talking about people who are committing violent crimes. We just covered the other day a story of someone who is doing some lewd and lascivious things in public, caused a woman to break her leg trying to get away from him, and the guy gets away with probation. That's what we're talking about after multiple repeat offenses of this. So when we talk about these most dangerous cities in the U.S., one of the cities that made this most recent list was Greensboro. Yep, North Carolina. Greensboro was number 13 on the list of the 25 most dangerous cities in the United States. Forget about, the fact that they're losing police officers. Forget about the fact that you have a Guilford County School Board situation and the Greensboro County School Board situation going on there. Let's not forget about all the George Floyd rioting and all the stuff that happened down there. So Greensboro's on that list, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, you would think Gastonia would be on that list. You would, for some reason, but they've got a great sheriff in Gaston County. I know they're trying to get things right, but this is why we say elections have consequences. Who you elect as your district court judge and these judges' seats, we need to make sure we're putting people in place that are going to protect the victims of these violent crimes. And this is a big part of the reason why we've got to continue to go into urban areas and make sure that we're communicating a message of protection. We want to support, back the officers that are putting their lives on the line every day to get out there and do things the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a very, very quick break. We're going to come back. We've got one other thing to cover before we talk about the no thank you on the reparations. You're checking out Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. Don't go anywhere. Give us a like, share. You want to share this next part. Trust me, we're going to get to these reparations in a minute. We'll be right back here on Top of the Morning. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com. This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're back here on Top of the Morning, the best 30-minute morning show on the planet here on the Urban Conservative. I am Abdul Ali. Big shouts out to my twin brother, Raheem Architect Soto, who is usually with me every Monday night at 8 p.m. for the Urban Conservative Podcast. I also wanted to, and I'm going to take a little liberty here for just a second, and remind you all that if you live in the great state of North Carolina, I am indeed running for NCGOP Vice Chair. You can visit our website, tuconservative.com/Ali for NC to find out more. We need energy. We need to be moving into our urban centers. We need to be competing for every single vote, and we need to be growing the party. And that is what I have a history and a record of doing. So again, June convention, June 8th through the 11th, Greensboro, the Corey Center. Yes, we got President Trump coming. Yes, we got Ron DeSantis coming. Yes, President Pence is coming. Yes, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson's going to be there. Yes, Chief Justice Paul Newby's going to be there, and I'm going to be there. As well, you should be there if you haven't done so already. Make sure you are registered for our state convention going down June 8th through the 11th in Greensboro, the G Borough. All right. So this next story that we're going to cover, okay, I'm going to just share the picture and I'm going to, so where we are in society is you're going to run into extremes on a lot of things. Okay. You're going to run into some extremes on some things. This guy right here. Okay. This guy right here is a dad who the Arkansas police, this is the way this is reading out. Police bust into Arkansas family home, arrest dad for piercing son ear in viral video. An Arkansas father is facing a felony after his arrest on Thursday for piercing his son's ear. The chaos began as I'm going to call it Town Police Department welfare check after Springdale High School resource officer reported a student telling classmates his drunk father put him in a chokehold and shoved the piercing in his ear. Jeremy Sherlin, you see on the screen, admitted to piercing his son's ear, but refused to let officers speak to the boy and would not answer any further questions. Police later returned in numbers with an arrest warrant issued by Washington County Prosecutor's Office, which sparked mayhem in the video. In the TikTok posted by Sherlin's son, 4 stone-faced officers were seen inside of the man's home, pinning the father up against the wall, slapping handcuffs on him. The son is heard yelling, "I want my ears pierced. I wanted it done." As confusion set in, Sherlin's wife ran over to the officers and repeatedly asked why they were in the house and demanded to know why they had arrested her husband. Okay? Now, I'm looking at some of these images. During the chaos, an officer did explain to the woman that the father is being arrested for performing, get this, y'all, body art without a license. That is a charge, performing body art without a license, to which Sherlin lets out an exaggerated laugh and sarcastically echoes to the officer, seemingly baffled by the charges. Officer then attempt to escort the father out of his home. He put up a struggle. They shove him out the front door. Officers march the irate father down the street. Wife and son followed in disbelief. It takes 3 or 4 cops coming to the house with no permission. Now, the dad is also charged with endangering the welfare of a minor, refusing to submit to arrest, and obstructing government operations. He was released on Saturday. Spent 2 nights in jail, $1,500 bond. Here's the thing. If the dad was drunk, if there's any truth to this idea of him being drunk and the kid yelling, my dad, telling someone that, and the student, some resource officer over here, I don't know. Would you do that? I don't know. Y'all let us know. Would you, if you were that school resource officer and you heard a kid say, my dad was drunk, basically put me in a chokehold and put my earring in? Cool, right? Was that the way that went down? I don't know. But if you're that school resource officer, do you call the cops and send them to somebody's house? Do you think that there's more to this? Do you think that there's something going on here? I'd be curious to know, is there something between that kid and that resource officer? There's got to be more to it. There's always more to it. But ladies and gentlemen, that's where we are. Dad decides that his kid doesn't want to pay somebody $50 to put a hole in his earlobe. And pow, that's what you get. You get thrown in jail. Was he drunk when he did it? We don't know. But we'll be right back after this quick commercial break here on the Urban Conservative. Don't go nowhere. Give us a share. We're going to talk about reparations. California reparations. We'll be right back here on the Urban Conservative. Don't go nowhere. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are back on top of the morning, and bing bow, we got Raheem the Architect Soto back
I
in
made it,
effect.
folks. I made it, folks. I made
Back.
it. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. All right.
All right. We
So
covered it
we have
all.
been.
I got it under control.
I
We
know. I
covered the
know. I heard. I heard.
yeah,
I had a minor, complication over here
technicality glitch.
of an editorial type. But
Ah,
yeah, there we
okay.
go. So we're good. Everything is cool. Did you do your
Uh,
mugshot? Did you do your
I
mugshot?
didn't do my mug shot. You know what it is though. This morning we're standard TUC mugging it. That you too, ladies and gentlemen, can get you one of if you go to tuconservative.com. You can get that work privilege mug. You can get a work privilege t-shirt. You can support an episode. You can see your name screaming across the bottom of it, or get you a commercial. You can do all of that at tuconservative.com. And bro, the reason why I kind of buzzed to them other thing, the reason I kind of buzzed through them, because I wanted to talk about this reparation thing. I think we need to put some more energy into this reparations thing, because Gavin Newsom apparently said no, right?
Apparently, yeah,
Apparently.
apparently, but I called it. Okay,
Okay.
so here's what you got. Here's what you got. This guy, right? This guy here.
Uh-huh.
Now, listen, I'm no Gavin Newsom fan. I think that's a fair statement for us to make, that we are in fact not Gavin Newsom
fans.
Okay, but it was predictable that there would be no reparations in the form. No, listen, it's predictable because I wanna tell you guys, and again, if Obama said it, right, and we were trying to track down the exact interview, but the quote was that his exact words were that reparations are not practical. And because anybody with any sense would understand that once you say, hey, I'm going to give 1.67, I'm going to give $11, I'm going to give 2 cents to every descendant of slavery, that everybody's got to get some money at this point. You've opened, it's not practical because you then have to make the argument that the slavery here was worse than slavery somewhere else. And I think we've done a fair job of demonstrating the life expectancy in the South in slavery in America versus the life expectancy of a slave in the Roman Empire or the Aztec Empire or the African Empire.
You know, that was like 90 days, right? When we did that research, it was like 90 days. If you were a slave, if you were captured as a slave during the Roman Empire and you were sent to the, what did they call it? The plumbum mines. You know what plumbum is, don't you?
All I'm simply saying.
No. Do you know what plumbum is?
No, I don't.
I won't say
it.
Remind
Remind me.
Get in the comments if you know what the plumbum mines were. That was the lead mines. Lead.
Okay, so because we're being objective and we're able to put humanity in context, right? The human condition of enslaving another human, this makes us now, we're justifying slavery. This is the argument. Y'all, you, the white man got y'all convinced that, that what, fill in the blank, right? That's the argument. But how about we're just
white people got you convinced that America wasn't founded on racism, and you not black no more because you decided that we don't deserve reparations.
Can we take one thing off the table? I will not take my advice on a financial decision from a psychiatrist. I will not take my financial decisions from a historian. All right. I won't do that unless you're a financial historian, an economic historian, if you will. Unless you're, but I will not take my what.
So let me ask this question: what is Gavin Newsom's reason for saying I don't want the checks? The checks ain't happening.
Okay. Well, I think first of all we're gonna say it's not practical. Okay. But everybody knows he's a Democrat, and in the quote that I'm seeing here, it says he has poured cold water on the idea that black residents of the state could receive $1 million checks from the government as part of a push for slavery reparations. The possibility of such a 7-figure payment arose after the state's independent slavery task force. Yeah. the state's independent slavery task force. Y'all are paying for an independent slavery task force. Recommended, it was a recommendation that the black residents of the state be paid in cash for issues caused by past instances of American racism, such as slavery, with floating the idea of African Americans in the state receiving as much as $1.2 million in hard cash.
All right. No.
It will cost the state. You ready for the number? You ready for the number?
Yeah.
It will cost the state around $800 billion.
800.
Which is 3 times California's state budget. Just let that sink in.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So let me get this straight though. What's the intention here? No. What's the intention?
This has been an important process.
So
we
listen,
should continue to work on. Listen, this has been an important process, he said, and we should continue to work as a nation to reconcile our original sin of slavery and understand how that history has shaped our country. All right. Has any of these people went to school, or do any of these people realize the gap in time between, like, let's say the 13th Amendment and now? Like, how many years has it been?
All right. Let me throw this out there. So here's what I'm asking, Rod. I don't know. I might get in trouble.
You said it's more about cash, more than about cash payments. I mean,
all right. So let me ask this question, bro. Let's just say we give everybody the money. They give everybody the money, right? Once you get the money, you get the direct deposit. It lands in the account. You to the good 1.2. At that point, will you no longer ever in your life be able to say, because we ain't get our reparations and the white man is holding us down? I'd say make everybody sign a contract that says you can no longer hold anybody accountable for your failures at this point because you got $1 million. All
right, hold on. Here's my only argument, though.
Okay.
Right? If let's take a scientific approach to this. Let's take an empirical approach to this before we go to the next story. Right?
No, this is it. This is the only story.
Okay. Here's the problem. If in fact we are to pay money for reparations to any group of people, everybody has to get some money.
If you got any Irish in you, you got to get some money.
So what we have
if you got any Chinese in you, you got to get some money.
All right, but you have to remember something. A lot of the people that we would want to have an impact on how they're seeing this are coming from the Tariq Nasheed school of racism. They're coming from the Umar Johnson school of racism. They're coming from the quote unquote conscious community definition of race, which is all melanin theory. It's all based on this melanin theory, and then the word Africanism or a Pan-African gets thrown in the mix, right? So these are the issue that we're dealing with is the group of people who are subscribing to this stuff, Ali, are unfortunately their identities are directly connected to the concept, which is the amazing thing the Democrat Party has been able to tap into, is that once you start racism, once you say something is a disparity is based on the color of people's skin, and you can use one of the 3 things in their trinity, which is race, once you can use that effectively and say, hey, these people are challenging your very identity and you should get some money for that. That's what he's dumbass. It's a dumbass idea, but that's essentially what happened. So, it's not even practical. It's just not a practical idea. And if you don't know what practical means, it's not practical like spending more money than you have. That's not a practical thing to do. What do you got there?
You know what I got right here, right? The Modern Global Slavery Index.
Oh, come on.
The 10 countries with the largest estimated absolute numbers of people in modern slavery Collectively, these 10 countries, India, China, Pakistan, North Korea, Nigeria, Africa, Iran, Indonesia, Democratic Republic of Congo, Africa, Russia, and the Philippines account for 60% of people living in modern, right now, today, slavery. There you go.
Now, what percentage of slavery takes place in America?
I'm looking at it. You see how there's nothing there? You see how there's not a thing there?
Yeah, but the prison system is designed, to keep people. That is modern day slavery, the prison system. You know what I'm saying? Our argument. That's the argument.
2 million people currently
because the Constitution says that you can't be a slave unless you commit a crime. So therefore,
he hit me with the if you.
Come on, come with it. You got to come with it. No tap dancing. I just put you on the spot. I just put you there, right?
So
the Constitution says you can't enslave nobody according to the Constitution. So the prison system, therefore, is slavery because it says in the Constitution that, you can't enslave a person unless they could be found.
Yes, sir. So I just have one question. What part of you selling crack cocaine in your community is enslaving to you? What part of you selling rainbow fentanyl, which is becoming the #1 cause of death for young men 18 to 35 in this country, what part of that is enslavement? What part of the fact that African Americans, who make up 13% of the population, African American men who are in prison make up 3.5% of the population, are responsible for 50% of the crime? What part of that, sir, has you enslaved? I'll wait.
Well, see, what you doing is, see, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, because we poor, because the hood, you know what I'm saying, is designed to perpetuate the what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's based on.
You mean the hood that Clarence Thomas grew up in, or the hood that any success, just pick a person? Just you mean the hood that Colin Powell grew up in? You mean the hood that Clarence Henderson grew up in? You mean the hood that Mark Robinson grew up in? Oh, you mean the hood that the black police chiefs grew up in and came back to serve in? Or you mean the hood, like, which hood are you talking about? The hood that Dr. Ben Carson grew up in to become the world's #1? I'm just trying to figure out which hood you talking about.
Okay. Listen, I tried. I shot it out there. I got nothing else. But what I will tell you is that reparations are a dub. That's
reparations
a dub,
are
right?
an absolute dub.
Now here's my issue with anybody making the argument for it. And I keep taking shots at like dudes like Tariq Nasheed and dudes like Umar Johnson because they're perpetuating something and they don't. So it becomes you want to attack a person and not what you're talking about. Like, yeah, let's not. I don't want to diss you as a person, right? I don't want to talk about your music and I don't want to talk about your school. And let's take that off the table. Let's table this. Let's table this. What are you actually doing? Let's talk about what are you actually doing when it comes to the idea of reparations or repairing the community. What are you actually doing to repair the community?
Bing bong.
Now, before we go, Ali, right? What we should have did, we're not gonna do it now. If I was to just pick one of the quote unquote black influencers, conscious community influencers, pick one. If I was to go tap on the YouTube channel, what would I see? And what is this repairing? What is it repairing? So I'm forced to do it. So let's go. Hold on. On the way out.
I'm looking. I'm
gonna have to do it.
Who did you go with? All right, I got it. I got Tariq Nasheed. I don't really see anything.
There you go. So just look, and I don't want y'all to say we did this in an unbiased manner, in a biased manner. All I did was put the brother's name in there. I didn't do this. So you got Tariq Radio, right? So I'm assuming that's his channel. Let's go video.
Did you know Farrakhan is 90?
Okay. Reparations task force. What in the what? How?
Love up here, and I love the vibe.
He's speaking at the Reparations Task Force.
A lot of
Oh,
great.
I gotta stop the music.
No,
for this.
no. I think he's watching it.
They're moving forward with the main proposals of.
Okay, yeah, no, he's broadcasting it. Yeah. Ooh.
Right, and now apparently he's trying to take credit for facilitating this.
What?
This is what I heard, that if we go through his channel, he's claiming that he's facilitating this.
And payments. So to the governor, Reparations, like many of them and us were getting cut off right at that 2-minute mark. But when we did what we had to do. What's up, Brother Marcel?
Yeah, that's him talking.
That's going to come with the territory.
No, not at the meeting.
He's one, but I wanted to get your opinion on Raowa and the racial holy war.
You've been to some of the other meetings before?
Being more objective.
It's a bipartisan.
No, that's not him. Okay.
Let's get so
yeah, but I don't even want to give him the
Yo,
look.
hold on. So we got a reparations video. Women hate complaining men. This is what we got. Talks about passing of Carolyn Bryant, shows with agendas. There's too much Bible thumping in the community, right? How is this? Now I'm saying when we talk about repairing the community, all I want to see is what's going on. I'm not shooting nothing down. I'm just telling you what I see. Verse caller who says Jordan Neely was a criminal, right?
I got you right now.
California reparations.
I got you right now.
FBA man says he won't be alive with the FBA, and any drunk caller, an angry drunk caller talks about the So I'm not seeing anything reparative. Cupcaking passport.
No, here you go. This is him talking about reparations. This is him talking about reparations realization. You ready?
The media criminalizes black victims.
Listen to this one though, right? You got a reparations. You got a reparations video right here. Listen. You got a Tariq Nasheed reparations video. Here you go.
Wait, stop right now. Stop.
What?
Stop. You're killing me. You went with this angry stock footage and then cropped out the Go ahead, bro. You cropped out. Stop right now. Support black-owned business. Pro Tools complete. What are you? Okay, go ahead.
Software techs ready to buy to 213.
All right, go ahead.
Licensing of software.
I'm not listening. Go ahead.
Are you tired of being overcharged and forced into warehouse software account starting $1 software T?
Ash kicking body butter. So he got
shouts out to Ash Kick.
Boom. There it is. What's going on, guys? We're here. Late, about an hour late, but shit, I'm here. How y'all living, guys? Everybody pile on in the room, waiting on everybody.
Okay.
How y'all been, man? Everything here. Whew, man, I'm tired, man. I've been traveling.
Told me not to lean.
So I am back.
All right, fast forward. Can we fast forward through the cupcakery?
Right? Your people, throw your hands up. Let me see, because I'm out here some paper. Literally fighting to help get the family some paper out here in California, man. We need it. The grassroots. Literally fighting.
No, you are not. You can't be serious. Why do y'all let people get away with this? Why do y'all get? You are not literally fighting. Yo, son, you didn't even fight. That wasn't even the fight you had with him on camera smacking homeboy allegedly. Allegedly, there's a video of him smacking Taharka Bay, which is the Moorish guy. He allegedly hit him. That's literally fighting, my guy.
FBA family out here some paper. Literally fighting to help get the family some paper.
Yo, his face is killing me. I'm sorry, guys.
Need it. The grassroots in the streets and our FBA family, we really, really need it out here. Oh, yes. That's what we're going to talk about. Man, we were stomping hard in Oakland yesterday. Heavy. I did a broadcast last night on Twitter Space talking about all the ops up there. Oh,
The ops.
loaded with paid detractors.
See, here's the slick part
distract-
about using that language. Here's the slick part. This is why we can't have rational conversations. Because when you use words like ops, see, with the older folks that may see this, the generation of conservatives who don't know the lingo, this is stoking physical violence. When you say things like your ops. Yo, when you go watch
these young boys in the street call you a op, they ready to come shoot
they ready.
you. Y'all
What's
don't
called
get that.
what's called drill, or what's called whatever they call it. But
Right.
that language is inflammatory, and it's slick. He's very, very slick.
Actors, and it was loaded with ops. But everybody played past that, and they stayed on code, and they stayed focused. And everybody was making sure that the language was correct in the reparations proposal. So a lot of stuff is getting pushed forward.
Yo, this is basically the race bait hustle in live action.
That is exactly. There's no. I don't even think he denies that, because in the beginning of the video he said, "We trying to get the family some money. We not trying to repair y'all. We trying to get you some money." Now, if he's suggesting that this money would change the dynamic of the 80% or 70 to 75% of Black children being born in single parent households and no fathers being in the house, and the murder rates in these cities, if you're suggesting that giving each one of these people $1.2 million that are currently engaged in shooting and killing each other, you would just literally be funding wars in the streets at this point. Unless you're suggesting giving gangs who sell drugs and who terrorize the community more money to buy more drugs and terrorize the community. Like, what's the logic behind this?
Right. Hold on.
What's the logic behind it? But we're moving forward. All right.
Not a covering the Newton, you ain't.
I'm telling y'all, the ops were heavy. Did y'all think that they were going to have a reparations?
The look on your face
what are you,
when you
what
are
are you
about
looking
to say
for?
some BS. that's the I'm looking for the
Yo,
BS.
come on, stop, son, because it ain't about him, right? Because it would be about him, and you gotta, Ali, hold up. It's not about him. It's about the character. It's about the ideology behind the words, because he probably in real life, if you would try to have a conversation with him, he's not going to disagree to the facts. Like, I would love to get him on the show, because I want to know, do you actually believe the things you say? Do you come on, bro? You actually think someone somewhere is going to approve $750,000 per Black person that can prove that they have some connection to the being a descendant of a slave? Do you say that out loud? Like, when you say that out loud, it's like, that makes sense to you? Like, or is it that, let's ask this question. Are you willing to disclose how much money you make in donations? And people just cash apping you and speaking fees? And the reason I'm trying to correlate these two things is not to pocket check you, but to make sure that
the reason you were doing that is because Umar still ain't open that damn school. But anyway.
Nah, apparently the school's open. Apparently
nah, it ain't.
It ain't. Listen, we over the half hour, but look what I'm saying. It's not about him, bro. Because it's about the character. It's about the ideology. It's about you telling and keeping the idea in these young people's minds that somehow what happened 300 years ago is the reason people are gangbanging and selling drugs, and look at having children a certain way, why the abortion rate is so high, why everybody's so unhealthy, why 56% of the women in this particular demographic is this weight. You're not talking about none of that on your platform.
He didn't say
And
we gonna get the family some fresh fruits and vegetables. He didn't say we gonna get the family some workout equipment. He didn't say we gonna ensure that people have an opportunity to send their children to the schools that give them the best education. He didn't say we're gonna get y'all some job training. He didn't say
and
anything.
listen, in all fairness, maybe before we get out of here, it's on here. All right. Are paid disruptors showing up to reparations? See, that's
Oh my
slick.
gosh, I really want to see that. We ain't gonna
Nah.
watch it this morning. But that's his hustle, bro. That's how they do our people. Look, it's the Marxist playbook. You gotta have some opposing force. There's gotta be some nefarious black guy trying to stop you from getting the people to be free. And my brother, that's because
Social
you
media psyops.
yeah, it's like, come
Overcoming
on, man.
roadblocks.
Come
Okay,
on,
hold
bro.
on. Let's see. Overcoming roadblocks. Maybe this is informative.
There it is. Whenever
Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see here.
That's your phone?
Yeah, it is just crazy.
That is a strange ring.
what's good with y'all, man? I hope
I
y'all
want.
had
Maybe
a
we get something
productive
informative.
over in the Twitter, further setting the precedent. If you just talk too loud, and from what I understand, the teacher was yelling at the girl first. Meetings. Well, they had one of these cats from Twitter Space, and I'm not going to even name him. They had him
Reparations rally
They did an article
T-shirts.
on him because they said he was talking about if we don't get
Yo, you got to show me the t-shirt.
$800,000 each,
I don't even want
there's
to
going
hear
to be
him talk.
trouble
You
or
just
something
got to
like
get the
that.
t-shirt. Click
So
on
they
it.
really
I got to see
quoted
this.
this dude, and now
Oh
Oh,
God, bro.
yo, why they take that lady's cell phone picture and do her like that on her phone?
Oh, nah, chill with that, bro. Chill with that, bro.
All right, hold on. They got Riza Islam. Hold on. What? Rissa Islam, Teslin Figaro, Boyce Watkins, James Small, Dr. Ma'at.
Yo,
This is
we
the
gotta
same
do a much
thing.
longer. We gotta do a much longer show about this.
This is the same. And then when I looked up this FBA thing, you see how it says FBA? The
What does that stand
foundational. Here you go. Look, share my screen. There you go.
Rally for reparations. Okay.
No, go share my screen. FBA. I'll show you what it means right now. It
Oh,
means
homeboy changed his name again?
who that?
This guy, Dr. Kaba Kamini. He changed his name again. He has like 5 names.
Oh, what was his name before? It was a
Wasn't it
really
like
long name. He used to have a
Dr.
long.
Booker T. Coleman
It
at
was
one
Booker
point,
T.
I
Coleman,
think?
and then it was something else after that.
Yeah.
But
Yo,
he's been wrong about everything. Like,
a
how
lot
do
of
you even
no.
book the guy?
Hey, wait. He's been right about some stuff. Because some stuff you're just repeating. So the stuff you're right because
Okay,
you're
fair,
repeating something.
fair. Everything that he said
But
that was supposed to be an original true thing about
all of these, everybody you
the
see here, everybody you see in this on this screen right now is in the Melanin Theory Club. Every single person you see
one of
here
them
is in the Melanin Theory Club. So from here on out, right? And again, I wish we had longer in the morning or a longer time to do this, bro. Because if we were to click on the likelihood that if we were to click on something from each person, it's clearly Afrocentric. So you've checked the box off of melanin. Then we start to see Egyptian names popping up. Now, boom! So you get to check another list off. Anybody else on this platform that you see up here? Ali Pro Kemet. Yeah.
Dr. Small there.
This guy here is Pro Kemet. I have no idea who Greg Marcel Dixon is. Respectfully, have no idea who Connie Collins is or Teslin Figueroa is.
Teslin Figaro is a master of education, straight shot, no chaser on Charlemagne the God at Black Effect. She's apparently an author, and Teslin Figaro Communications Group. She's a political consultant. The award-winning Figaro Communications Group, a certified Florida Supreme Court certified civil circuit and appellate conflict resolution mediator. Okay.
Say that one more time. Or what? It's a lot of adjectives. What?
Communicating group. She is the
no. Say that long thing again.
A certified Florida Supreme Court certified civil circuit and appellate conflict resolution mediator and trainer provides
All right,
communication
wait,
solutions.
wait. Can you copy all of that? Because I have no idea what that means. Is
She
that
is
like
the
a
host of the
program you
Straight
go to?
No Chaser podcast on Charlemagne the God's Black Effect podcast network, and iHeartRadio.
Dr. Boyce Watkins. I don't.
We know who Boyce Watkins is. He's a Milligan Club guy. Tells and curates the front page news daily on the popular in over 90 markets. She's the Breakfast Club. She's on the Breakfast Club a lot. So she's Club Melanin. She's Club Melanin Theory. She's just she's the media lady.
Now, I want y'all to understand that these are the minds that are. See, it's an interesting thing, right? Because they don't go on any conservative platforms. There's no opposition.
Oh, they not coming on here. They don't want to come on
well,
here.
Look. The problem isn't that what I'm saying is they don't. They own. It's like a echo chamber, right? So they not gonna. There's no getting on there. There's no getting them to talk and have a objective conversation, right? There's no objectivity to that. And my point in saying this is because the idea of reparations is directly connected to how people are voting. It's how it's one of the tentacles in the Democratic Party's platform that keeps people emotionally off balance. Like there's not one. All right, my question is respectfully, right? What does Dr. Kaba Khamenei say about reparations?
Black people need reparations.
Has he said that though?
I mean,
I'm typing his name in because how do you spell the last? Oh, yep, it popped right up. Okay.
We used to listen to him back in the days when he was Dr. Booker T, and yeah, man,
here we go.
The metaphysical melanin
Let me tell you something else about the word America. America, they tell you, is named after a Portuguese dilettante, explorer by the name of Amerigo Vespucci. But what nobody tells you is that was not his name until 1505 because he was born Alberigo Vespucci. But when the world was split up between the Portuguese and the Spaniards, he came to America in terms of cutting off Brazil for the Portuguese. Alberigo Vespucci and Cristobal Colon were very good friends. And so Alberigo Vespucci comes down.
Why does he keep calling him Alberigo?
And he comes upon
that was his name before 15 something.
That are called Amerisques. Amerisques. And these Amerisques are black.
That was his name before what?
Located in Nicaragua. You wonder why it's Nicaragua. Black water. The evidence is right in front of us to see this.
Wait.
The Amerisques, these African of us. Nicaragua. Amerisques.
All right, could you find that word?
Hold on. Stop. Just stop.
Hold on. You guys gotta know about this wonderful tool right here on YouTube, right? It's called Show Transcript. All right, y'all need to be
Yo, bro. He just said Nicaragua means black water, when in fact, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, the country's name is derived from Nicarao, chief of the indigenous people living around present-day Lake Nicaragua during the late 15th and early 16th century. You're done, bud. Nothing else you said at this point. You weren't even right about how the daggone place his name.
All right, but hold on. Alberigo Vespucci. Can you find that name? Can we just find that name?
Albertigo.
Yeah, we need to find that. He might be right. He might be right.
He's not, but I'm going to go for it. Nope. Amerigo. It might be pronounced Amerigo or Amerigo. I don't know how you pronounce it. Was an Italian merchant. That's it. Yo, bro, that was Amerigo.
All right, but what's Italian. This Americes tribe? What? That's what he said. I'm just saying what he said.
Reese's.
Amerisques.
That right there. That's what he said, man.
Hold on. Ameris. I don't even know how you spell that, but there's a Q in there somewhere. I'm going to try for it. The Amerisque Mountains. America is the Mayan name of a mountain between Jugualpa and Libertad in Chontales Department in Nicaragua. The Amarisque Mountains are the central spine. Word on Amarisques. Hold on. Let me
put Amarisques people. Put that in. Let's see what that
Mountains.
is. Listen, he might be right. Come on. He might be right.
Origin, the traditionalists of the Peruvian mention his name in the etymology derived from the mountains of Amerique without citing the formula. Oh, here you go. In Tradiciones Peruanas in 1872, the Peruvian writer Ricardo Palma mentioned his belief that the etymology of America derived from the mountains of Amerique. Without citing the source from which he obtained the information, he affirmed that the name America circulated by oral tradition along the men of Columbus.
Yo. That's, I wish I had sound effects. You're done, bud. You're done. That's how slick. See, like, not to say that you know, he's an elder, right? But you're wrong. That's misusing the information. That's misusing the information.
And these Amerisques.
Stop.
These the Amarisques are mountains, bro.
Look what he said.
Located in Nicaragua. And he comes upon a people, Amarisques, located in Nicaragua.
Can I ask you a question, bro? Can you stop for a second?
Nicar? Does Nicar mean black water?
Yo, let me ask you a question. Can I just, it's just a serious question.
Come on, bro.
Serious question. Can I ask you a serious question? Bro, this is a serious question. I just put that. Yo, bro, can I look? I know we're over time here, but listen. Why do this man got on a whole lot?
No, stop. Son?
Why?
Son, none of that matters. I know it doesn't, bro. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what costume somebody has on.
I'd be in the room not listening to what he's saying because I'd be like, is he going to take the gloves off? Is it cold in here that I'm not aware about? Like, I'd never get past that. I'd be like,
yo, you're not understanding. It's part of the present. Listen, bro, it's part of the presentation. You know, you have to understand something. You have to understand something, right? People say things, and when people say things, it requires. You didn't give us any evidence whatsoever. You just said this means this. Hold on. You just said, have you ever wondered why it's Nicaragua? Yes.
Located in Nicaragua.
Nicaragua?
You wonder why it's Nicaragua?
That's not how they pronounce it, bro.
Yo, look at the look away when he shot the BS out. Yo, you got to go back. He did the look away.
You wonder why it's Nicaragua. Black water. The evidence is right in front of us to see this.
How? What is the evidence?
Maybe he's going to say it.
The Amerisques, one of the concepts is, in Amerisques, it means in the Mayan language, in the African language that the Mayans speak, it means that which brings wealth.
Wait, did he just said the African language that the Mayans spoke?
Apparently,
did he just say that?
Spoke in African language. That's what happened.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
That's what they did.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Foul ball. Foul on the play. Stop the play, ref. Hold up. Wait a second. Because you know I'm going to wait right now. Hold on. Because that's a real. There are 6 million native Mayan speakers. Geographics is Mesoamerica, Southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, El Salvador, and a small refugee immigrant population in the United States and Canada. The linguistic classification is one of the world's primary language families. The proto-language is Proto-Mayan. The subdivisions are Hustatian, Yucatan, Chicotlan, Tezcatlan, Chopalan, Quichian, and Mamian. Nah, bruh, ain't none of them linguistically nowhere. Hold on, let me see history. The Mayan languages are descendants of a proto-language called Proto-Mayan or Quiche Maya. You're done, bud. What are you talking about?
Now, what is it? What is the Quiche Maya origin of that? That's what he's going with.
That is the origin. That's it. That's what you got.
No, but the Mayans are from Africa, bro. They're from Africa. They're a tribe that sailed over here and got stuck.
What has been transferred to be gold. So, as you know, Africans say that Europeans have a disease that only gold can cure. So Alberto
What Africans say that?
Vespucci changed his name. So Alberto Vespucci changed his name to Amerigo. Now here we call this America. We don't even know it's named after African Native Americans from Nicaragua.
Yo, whoa, oh, Nate, what in the?
This America, we don't even know it's named after African Native Americans from Nicaragua. African Native Americans from Nicaragua.
Now y'all see why people are so confused. This is exactly why people are so. This is why young Black Americans have an identity crisis. It's an ongoing identity crisis, and they are not just being told, "Hey guys, you're Americans."
Stop.
Where was you born? Where was you born at? I was born in Brooklyn. Okay, you're not African, sir. Where are your parents from? My mom was born in South Carolina. My father was born in Brooklyn. So they're both from America? Okay, cool.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Where are your grandparents from? Well, they from the South somewhere. Okay, cool. So it's safe to say you've been here several generations. Cool. You haven't went that far back. Okay. Even if you did, guess what? The way things work in America today, you're an American, boy. You're an American, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been checking out an extended version of Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. We're going to stop right there.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're not. We're going to continue. We're going to continue.
And by the way,
hold on, we're going to continue.
Jancarew wrote a book titled Fulcrums of Change, page 109 to 113. Will lay out this fulcrums of change.
I'm pulling it up.
Because there was a sister that caught a YouTube. And by the way, Jancarew, Jancarew, wrote a book titled Fulcrums of Change, page 109 to 113. Will lay out this story as it relates to, that's why they call it the Mosquito Coast. It's a misnomer from Amerisques. And America is not named after Amerigo Vespucci, it's named after African Nicaraguans. American, but
all right, you know, the ancient site.
Hold on. Jancarew was a Guyana-born novelist, playwright, poet, and educator who lived at various times in the Netherlands, Mexico, England, France, Spain, Ghana, Jamaica, Canada, and United States. His works, diverse in form and multifaceted, making him an important intellectual of the Caribbean world. His poetry and first two novels, Black Midas and Wild Coast, were published in '58 by Secker and Warburg. I don't care about the biography. The university years at the age of 25, he left for the U.S., where he studied science at Howard and Western Reserve University, the predecessor of Case Western Reserve University, but left without graduating. Later, he attended Charles University in Prague and the Sorbonne in France. And what he described as endless, he did blah, 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 blah. Carew was a pioneer. You're done. He was a pioneer in the field of Pan-African studies. Some of the noted figures whom Carew has been connected are Paul Robeson, Langston Hughes, Malcolm X, Kwame Nkrumah, Shirley Graham, Du Bois, Maurice Bishop, Sheikh Anta Diop, Edward Scooby, John Heinrich Clark, Segei Medine Gabre, Sterling Plump, and Idem Van Sertima.
Okay.
This whole it doesn't even mention in his wiki. This book on it, what it is his version. It's basically a revisionist version of American history. Fulcrums of Change in 1988. Origins of Racism in the America and Other Essays. This wasn't even written for academic publication, bro. Like this ain't to be taken as fact. It's not even published for that. This is not peer-reviewed literature. Like this ain't that. You can't just cite some non-peer-reviewed crap. Like, where's the peer review?
Okay, hold on. Let's try one more before we go. Let's try this. Black people are too tolerant. Okay. Maybe we agree with that. Okay. Maybe we agree. All right, we've already started with the. Okay, we got Black Panthers. We got Black Panthers. Okay.
That was a song, another
Let's see what we got.
position with your sister, Dr. Ma'at. That was a song called the Black Power Manhood Rap by Uhuru Sasasi to his video, Black People Series. But family, before I jump into the discussion, please, and the overall feedback from parents was that, they saw, what was the Baba's name? Baba Amaru. But the child is sloppy, doesn't, with bad values, how boys, your son, and men are developed. Ashe? All right, so we're going to jump into this
Wait, is
discussion,
she
and I'm going to
teaching men
drop
how to
the
be men?
link.
Is that what's going
Okay,
on?
so you can join me on the week early out their bio, so I can add it to the
Okay,
website.
I saw
My
another dude,
bio
Baba
right here is on this
Imhotep.
website
Baba
alongside
Imhotep.
Baba Imhotep Fatiou website, this camp. And as
Okay,
I stated online earlier,
that's where we going.
men aren't born, men are developed. Ashe? All right, so we're going to jump
No.
into this discussion, and I'm going to drop
Wait,
the link.
wait,
Are
what?
developed. Ashe? All right, so we're going to jump in.
She hit him
Men
with the
aren't
ashe.
born, men are developed. Ashe?
Yeah, see, fundamentally not true, but okay. I guess I'm supposed to accept the metaphor. But
Okay, take it
everybody's
as a metaphor.
born. Everybody's born. But okay, we gotta remember. We gotta remember. This is okay.
Shay. All right, so we're going to jump
Ashe.
into this discussion, and I'm going to drop the link family use up. And so you see, the people always get taken advantage of, and that we
Okay.
are too tolerant, and that's why we always get taken advantage of, and that is why people don't take Black people serious. So
We are 32 seconds into the discussion,
So hold
and we
on.
have already
Hold on.
been demoted to not being taken serious in America. Within
on.
10
Let me
to
get this
20
straight.
seconds of articulating your, I'm already having to operate from the premise of not being taken serious in America. And
All
this
right.
is these are people
Here's
who
my
are
thing, though.
psychologically trained to do this.
Here's my question, right? Let me just ask a question. Let's just say you owned a business, right? And you get some applications in, and one of the names on the application is, I'm not saying you judge people by their name, but one of the names on the application is Imhotep Asaru Thoth Hamani El Bey Makdi, right? And then this guy walks in and he says, "Hi." He goes like that. He goes, "Hi." He goes, "So where are you from?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm from Jersey City." Isn't that I'm okay. Maybe I'm older. Maybe I'm not. But do you
You are
understand what I'm
older.
getting?
You are older.
But
You are
I'm,
older. Okay.
okay. Where are you from, Mr. Imhotep Akaru Bey? Like, where are you from? Oh, Jersey City. It's like,
No, I'm from North of Mexham. I'm from the North Gate.
Can you imagine that though?
No, but that's what you have to say if that's your name.
You got to hit him with that. Yo, I'm not from anywhere. I originate as a man on the land, freeborn in my proper persona sui juris.
Do it one time. Do it one time. So, Mr. Karu El Bey, where are you from?
I'm from North of Mexham, the western part of North of Mexham, indigenous by freehold of birth on the land as a man, under God only sui juris in my proper persona, sui junction, sui juris, no low, no contendere, and with all rights reserved UCC 241.
Already, we are 20 seconds into this, and I have been demoted as a Black person to not being taken seriously.
This is
and y'all, listen, look at the views on this. Look at the views on this. Look at the views on this. Look how many people are watching this. You see, 40 comments. Yes, we are too tolerant, forgiving of things that are unforgivable, especially when it comes to molestation and incest.
That's usually by folk in your own household, if we want to go there.
So for example, let's start in our families.
Okay.
I've noticed that we tolerate within our families. I want to start there. Within our households, we tolerate mediocrity from our children. Come on.
I don't, but okay.
Okay. Apparently, looking at the reading scores here, somebody is.
Well, she's right. Okay. I mean,
we tolerate the mediocrity.
No. There are parents that tolerate the mediocrity.
Not we.
Them
see, this is the we. if her kids can read, how is it we?
Cell phones, it exposed them to everything. We give them the television
Facts.
and expose them to everything. We
Agreed.
plug up the internet and we expose them to everything. And then they
Agreed.
come out with bad values, or they begin to operate with unhealthy values.
So far, she's right, but I'm still
Okay,
not taking
you notice
but I'm still
quiet.
operating
quiet.
from I'm still operating from you putting me down in the beginning, though. I
Oh,
still feel bad about
I'm still
that.
not
And
taken seriously.
and nothing she said so far has made me feel any better.
Unhealthy principles. And what I mean by unhealthy values and unhealthy principles, values and principles that aren't conducive to the liberation and sovereignty of our people. That's how they.
Oh, shit.
The liberation and the sovereignty of us as black people, because you know we not sovereign.
Holy shit.
Turn out. Then we send them to the public food system. They come in a house with C's and B's, and you happy. You're happy. You reward that. You're happy about that. Mediocrity. So what
I would be happy about that if I know my kid's an idiot and he came in with a B and I'm like, yo, I didn't do too good at math. You know, I don't understand the argument, right? Like B's not a bad grade. Everybody's not an A student. Like everybody's not an A student. Everybody's not an A student, bro. Like this, but everybody can be competent. Like, don't bring me back no 65. Don't bring me back a 72. You can't bring me back a 70 anything.
Nah, not without let me get that phone, let me get that laptop, let me get that
I'm
TV
gonna need
remote.
I'm gonna need 85s and better on everything, sir. I'm going to need 85s and better. And in the subject matters that you are extremely proficient in, I'm gonna need them to be A's and B's. I'm gonna need that to be like reading. I don't understand how anybody mess up reading, like reading comprehension. I'm like, how you get any of those wrong? You just read it, sir. Yeah, you just
snap. You
just read that. How you don't know what it just said? That sounds like a memory problem. That don't sound like a reading comprehension
or effort issue. Let's keep
going.
going.
But so far, not bad.
Black community, and I said this when I was live with that mediocrity. So what I see in the black community, and I said this when I was live with Baba last week, there are a lot of mediocre kids in the community right now. Mediocre. So when they come across people like Baba,
as opposed to what though?
Is she
mediocre? No. But what I'm trying to figure out is mediocre. What's the next step up from mediocre?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out though. Has she raised children?
I don't know. But what I'm trying to ask is mediocre. What are we using that to say?
Oh, she's got all. I'm looking at her
of moderate quality, not very good, ordinary, common, commonplace, average. Middling, medium, moderate, everyday, fair, passable. Okay, unremarkable. So everybody should be remarkable. What if some people are just not remarkable? How about that?
What if you just regular person?
How about some people are lackluster?
How about some people don't want to be remarkable?
See, the problem is what is the other side of what relative to who is she saying this? Relative to who? You understand my question, Ali? Like, they're mediocre compared to who?
Imhotep's sons, Mujasian and Yame. People are like, oh my goodness. Oh, they're so smart. Or when you come across people like my son Jalen, who's very well read. He's in middle school. He's doing high school and college work. Oh my goodness. You think that that's a big deal. And that's sad because it shouldn't be. That should be the norm in our communities. So we are producing mediocre kids, and we tolerate mediocrity right in our households. Your child is sloppy. He or she, they get out of bed. They don't make their beds. Hell, you probably sloppy too. But the child is sloppy. Doesn't make his bed up in the morning, and you tolerate that. You tolerate that your children don't clean up in the house. They don't do the dishes. You tolerate that. You tolerate your child talking back to you and disrespecting the elders in your family. You tolerate that.
Anything? Anything? You got anything? No, you don't got anything. Well, I agree with most of what she's saying. I have to agree. I mean, it should be for everybody though, but because that's just what it is. I don't.
Foolishness. You tolerate your children operating with bad priorities, meaning that they're prioritizing things that don't advance them over things that will. You tolerate that. You tolerate that. And I'm starting with the family. I'm gonna get to the community. Even within the family, you know what we tolerate too? Molestation.
She sounds very conservative with some of her talking points, but
I put out a video where Baba and I were talking about how we don't protect the innocence of our children. And we talked about how molestation occurs in the family. Let me give you a story right now.
But you,
True
Rob,
story.
hold on. What people need to understand, because we right at an hour and 15 minutes, bro. What people got to understand and why we were looking at this is because this is the race bait hustle in real time. This is the informational influence in real time. This is the psychology and psychiatry of playing mind games. Yo, you can't control. I can't tolerate molestation in somebody else's household. If I could stop a molestation from happening, if I could stop a child from being hurt, most people would stop that. This idea that we collectively tolerate that is
you know what I'm doing?
Nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, but listen. You know what I'm scrolling through here, and I'm not seeing anything relative to getting anybody engaged in anything meaningful as it relates to the way the country operates. Now, I understand getting views and talking about what's important to you, and everybody has they First Amendment right to say whatever they want to say. But as you scroll through these channels, the one thing you don't see is any actual education relative to how things are. There's there's nothing relative, right? Let's just take the are you working to eliminate the European?
Then there is a high possibility that you are a cultural creation of white people.
And Baba, I fight it. Like, can I be candid? Can I be candid, Baba? You know, I fight that. Like I recognize. I actually had Dr. Wade Nobles. He came on the platform. I think it was like killing that European that's inside of you. That's a
now you are, yo, you come on.
I don't even.
Come on.
Can I be candid? Can I be candid? He came on the platform. I think it was like last year. Killing that European that's inside of you. That's a battle, Baba. I'm telling you, I still fight. You know, I fight. And as Sister Amina just said, we're constantly evolving. You know what I mean? We're constantly evolving.
As you speak
but that's a
English.
fight. Like you say, the thoughts that you have. Golly, is this a European thought and behavior? You know what I mean?
A European thought and behavior.
As you speak English,
I am totally
no, Rob. As you speak English with a T-shirt on,
that's the battle though that she's facing, because she technically don't. That's the European working that she's conflicted. This is in real time. Somebody telling you they have a psychological issue.
Correct.
This is so when you say inside of you trying to kill something.
That's a battle, Baba. I'm inside. I think this was like last year.
Listen, this is a psychological issue.
About killing the European inside of us.
That's killing part of you're trying to kill parts of your psyche. And y'all just let this fly by as this is the type of woke they talking about. When you say, oh, the black version of woke, this is the black version of woke, not the version of woke that the Republicans are fighting against, the original black version of woke. This is what they're talking about. And it's a breeding ground for psychological issues.
Mental
You're trying to
health
kill the European inside of you?
Ma'am, let me ask you a question.
Wow.
Do you believe there is a European inside
and listen,
of you?
And listen, we can agree with points that you make about mediocrity and the challenges of parents are facing in the household and the decision parents are making. And yes, kids might be too connected to the technology. Like, we can agree on some of these people's talking points, however, there is a line where you leave rationality and objectivity and start dealing with pseudoscience, racism, and hatred. And you are part of a club of people who are benefiting from emotionally confusing and creating mental illness in the community. That's what I'm seeing. Y'all are directly responsible for that.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. As we wrap it up here, we gave you an extra little 40 minutes today on Top of the Morning.
You did. You did. What's up?
Okay, yo, I just had a crazy cat. Yo, I'm sorry. I just had a crazy cat moment. Yo, the cat just did something completely. He grabbed this stretchy toy and shot it across the room, but I was hoping it was gonna kind of fly back on him. So I was just like, wait a minute, this might be weird.
Yo, if you would have been on camera, that would have been the weirdest thing ever, because you froze. I was looking at you talking, you just stopped. I was like, what's happening here? Do we need medical attention over there? What the hell is going on over there?
You've been checking out Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. We will be back with you bright and early tomorrow morning for another episode. Thanks again to all our underwriter sponsors and supporters. If you haven't done so already, jump over to tuconservative.com, get yourself a membership, support the platform. I will see you all somewhere in North Carolina in the coming weeks. Stay tuned again here to the Urban Conservative. We appreciate y'all. Have a positive and productive day. Peace.